please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save us. Say amen. Amen, 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 amen. Bad boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check, 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 check. Going up, going up, going up. We in this, we gonna. Going up, going up, going up. Did it like my persona. Going up, going up, going up.
Oh, I thought you got sick from kissing him and shit.
With the fan up, all them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that, gonna do just what I say, pull up, pass the Uber in that race, she's so bad, but she said, I feel guilty, I might as well just plead my case, I say, Lord, be my savior, when it come to getting this paper, please protect me from my haters, just say me and I won't save us, say amen, 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 bad boys and they can't win. Check, check, check. Going up, going up, going up. We in this, we gonna. Going up, going up, going up. Did it like my persona. Going up, going up, going up. Remember no was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Now we pull up in the Fondas. Go up, walk in, show up, baby, hold up, go up, boy, don't touch, we flow, go up, go up, go up.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow.
Oh, you'll play with him, but you won't play with me yesterday. That's cute. Oh, no. Sam remembers. We made plans. We made plans for that night.
Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Coachella, what's her name? Isabella,
Well, I was not in control of the party.
We both know how weekends go. Trying to function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Trying to tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. Say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock y'all got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm trying to.
Wait, when'd you buy that bread? Did y'all buy it yesterday or today?
Yes. Say less.
everybody.
Oh, who would buy chocolate cereal?
This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a
That's
very
disgusting.
good rushing offense. The Rams. And they'll go up against that Jets defense.
You like
ready for that.
All right, Larry,
like Cocoa Pebbles or no?
much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports.
Having fucking hiccups like a goddamn baby. Talking about, yep.
To an NFL game, and that was in evidence a
Oh,
moment
they
ago.
do. Same with the fucking Fruity Pebbles, too.
You name it.
Tell me they ain't good, though.
As their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Again, they run with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. First down, it's Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Wait, wasn't you eating those before, like a couple weeks ago? Month or a month?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Darren Lee. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
What's the favor then?
And some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third and 2, now Ryan. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now Ryan on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll drop the throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 30. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand Ohio.
They go play action here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now it's the backup Bradford. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice Nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He'll try and throw for it here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Bradford now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they try the right side here. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Runs through the contact. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On third down, Bradford. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On play action, Bradford. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Bradford on first down. Now a hit, and the ball comes out. Bradford has lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Bradford to throw it, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. second down. Here's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
On third down, Ryan. James has got it. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now it's Ryan. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Oh, they get to the football, it's blocked. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play
What happened
to
that
give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a handoff for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they
fucking hardheads ass always want to battle everybody.
And it'll be 2nd and 11.
I was trying to tell him, man, I was like, yo, you avoid people for a bit, you can actually get it done. I was like, it's cool that you can kill some people, but if you don't have anything to heal yourself after a battle, like, you're always going to take damage, so it's not like you regen or anything, like, you know, you got to find that shit.
The thing is, you got to choose your battles. You got to be smart about it. Like, you can't just run and gun everybody.
He just wants to fight everybody. He wants to fight everybody.
Because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence.
Because they were
that time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah.
I like what they tried to do.
They was over there calling me Metal Gear Solid and shit, because I'm over here like, sneaking around. Bruh.
You really do, though. Like,
I was like,
throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Play action now. Bradford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a handoff here to and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
why is this dude over here doing the worm? Bruh.
As they run the
Bruh, this dude's over here doing the worm.
And he'll go down right at the 30.
They got the backpack kid jump too.
Nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a
I saw somebody doing it.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect
I
this
like it.
lead.
It's pretty
Give it to
cool.
the
It's
backs,
alright.
play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The
Am I on
Jets on
solo?
third
Yeah, I'm on
down.
solo.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This
I think I'm
time
gonna go to
it's 3rd and
Tomato
3.
Town.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive that like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for
He
them,
wanted to come up here and get me.
matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 2nd down now after.
It was fun. I saw his meme the other day.
They'll throw again from their own end zone.
He was talking about some fucking, you don't want to look up one day and realize that 40 all you ever did was get fresh.
There on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific.
Man, where'd that nigga go, bro?
Execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way.
I saw a nigga, bro. Where is that nigga at?
And caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Oh, some nigga is shooting at me already? Oh, nigga. Oh, nigga. Where's this nigga at? No, not yet. He about to be down now. I'm about to put some holes in that nigga. Hold on. Oh, nigga, what's up now, nigga? Oh, you got me.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there.
Look at this John Paul, though. I gotta get me some of this John Paul.
Those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep one.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And this is caught inside the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But he took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he... would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
No, I went out. Say eat that early. If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have to do it early.
Confidence in it,
and let him fling another one.
Funny.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Takes it to the 26.
I need to
just
see
a
where this dude
1-yard
shot me
gain.
from. Damn.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the
there.
first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Nah.
The Rams on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Dumps it off to Gurley. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then back.
Yeah. Mhm.
Into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive
Oh, I see him. Oh my god, is it lagging so bad?
What? Maybe. At this point, I don't know.
It should lag so hard.
It's awfully fun to watch,
I
even
don't
in an
know.
offensive game.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Bradford now to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
1st down, Bradford. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They go play action. Now Bradford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Coney Ely in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Working out of the gun. Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
I'm wasting air right now. And it's got... Got a bunch of stuff just now.
Now it's the backup Smith. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Michael Brockers. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
God damn.
How do you like the PV on that scope? How do you like the PV?
I'd much rather have some people with me.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup.
I mean, it isn't that hard just starting off or whatever.
I'm
pretty sure it's hard at all. Because, like, somebody that they can swag you shit higher than whatever it is you
Would
get.
have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Third down. It's Wagner. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away.
Me like.
This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're all right here.
Try and start the drive with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Funny.
you get that rash taken care of, bro?
From the gun, Bradford. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Man, these pants are
That's caught at the 25. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on third down. 61 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Bullock will put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Smith now on second down. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. Time for a break. To finish it off on EA Sports after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run the counter now on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going. Now they'll run it on the toss. And
This time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?